Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase, another opening video. This time I have Hot Wheels Silver Series. I think that's the term. Silver Series cars. I'm going to blow through these. I've gotten these, and I'm honestly, I don't know what to think of these. I get the question, what does Mattel make you show? If they send you something, you have to show it. The fact is, no. I actually show what I'm interested in, usually new premium stuff I'm always interested in, so you see me do a lot of those. Obviously, I like to see what's in new cases and stuff. But this Silver Series, I'm still kind of figuring out if I like it or not, because they're kind of these mid-premium. They don't have rubber tires. Some of them have metal chassis, others don't. There's been the Wagon Series, Vintage Racing, there was a Japanese series. We get the 5 and 6 multi-packs, with the folding openings. I'm still trying to figure out if I like them or not, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to walk through these. There's a couple that I actually bought. Mattel did send these over, and I was like, you know what? I'll showcase these as an opening video, because I like doing these and just looking at the cars, and maybe my opinion will change over time. They're not asking me to like these, but but they like to send me product, as you guys know, and they don't ask me what to say about them. And ultimately, I'm not going to tell you I dislike these, because I think there's a real place for these for a lot of collectors. Maybe don't want to spend $7 on a car culture car, which I get. And some of these look really good. So we're going to get to it. We'll walk through these as we go. There may not be a total system to them, but we'll start with the Neon Speeders. This is the only Neon Speeders I'm going to add because I really like it. It's the McLaren F1 GTR. I think this is a cool concept for Hot Wheels, to be honest. And, I can think something is cool but not really be into collecting it myself. But I like the McLaren F1 GTR is a casting. This specific one is a casting I really like. And I have every one of them. I have the Speed Machines. I have the NFT. But the other versions of this, and I'll pick this up here. This is the second mix. There's the Cadillac. I think these are cool, and they're a very cool design. Everyone really liked that pink Porsche. But the only one that I'm interested in is the McLaren. And I did buy this one at Walmart when I saw it, so I wanted to open this one up and add it to the collection. So we'll just start with that. And I'll just show it real quick, because I like this. It looks like an actual McLaren race car in black with this hot pink deco, and I think it's fabulous. Plastic chassis on this one. I think it did get metal for car culture, but we get the plastic chassis. No complaints on that. The wheels do look cool. I just think this one, in a race, in a vintage race, I just think this is pretty sweet. So I wanted to add it to my McLaren collection. I'm not going to be 100% religious about adding every casting I'm a completist on from these series, but I'll just be like, if I like it, I'll buy it. That same goes with this one, the Gran Turismo set. I'm going to fold this so you can see it, because I'm just going to open up CSL race car, Porsche 911 GT3 RS. That was a casting I used to collect all of. I don't anymore. Toyota GR Supra, Shelby Mustang, and the Nissan GTR. All nice castings. All castings that I have some of in my collection. But the only one I really wanted was the CSL race car. This is another one I'm just a big fan of. And I liked it with the deco it had. And I do like these plastic wheels. I think they're pretty nice too. So I wanted this one, the kind of Batmobile BMW. I just think that silhouette is one of the coolest race silhouettes there is. And I wanted this version in nice clean yellow from the Gran Turismo set. So that one, these two will definitely go in the collection. As we continue on, and I'm going to move these off to the side, here is some of the sets that Mattel sent. They're a little dusty. That's all right. This is the second mix of vintage racing. There was a ton of talk. I think it was the first mix that had the Camaro Chase in it. And I think we've learned that if there's 6 cars in these Silver Series, one of them is the Chase. We have to figure out which one it is. And, whether you like it or not, it is. And then if there's only 5, then there's no Chase. So this one doesn't have a Chase in the second mix of vintage, what do they call this? Vintage Racing Club. This is the Toyota 2000 GT, a casting I love. Jury's out on whether I want to collect this one, but I guess I'll open it up and figure it out. I don't have all of the versions, but if they do look vintage, I might collect them. And this one's pretty good. It's pretty clean. It doesn't have any real homage to a Japanese race car, but to the Toyota 2000 GT. But it is nice, plastic chassis. I don't know. I'll have to consider that one. Next one is the custom Datsun 240Z. I do like these wheels. I like these designs, and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to do this whole video, and I'm going to like apologize for not liking it. I'm not going to do that. I like it, actually. I just have to be very specific on what I add to my actual collection. And oh, that's cool. The back of it with that Datsun is pretty nice, actually. This is nice. Yeah, it's really nice. But I'm trying to not like them, to be honest. You know how that is? You're like that sometimes as a collector. You're like, I'm going to force myself to not get into that just because of the space. Custom Ford Maverick. I like the Ford Maverick. My dad had one way back in the 70s. I don't know if I've been showing the art, right? Those four kind of reverse four spokes are on there again. This one looks nice. I don't know. A vintage racing vibe to me, because, I don't know, there's just the style of these are like, they're part basic, part premium. And I guess I could see this at like some sort of vintage race, or I could see it on an old YouTube video, like the style. That's what I'm looking for here. And it doesn't vibe to me the way the premiums do. And I don't know what the difference is, why I feel that on some cars and not on this one. Might be my own preference, my own biases with these cars. It's 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Something that says vintage racing on it. And then it is the Boss 302. I want it to be the cars that we saw in the original vintage racing. That's the kind, that I want to see, and we've got a few of those. So as much as I love this casting, I had to decide in the last purge I did, this is a casting that I was a full completist on, and as much as I like it, I had to tell myself, I've got to let some of these go. This is one I will consider to put in, but I don't think it's going to go because I just don't feel the passion for it. So I'm going to put that one there. I could change my mind, but it does have the metal chassis, which is nice. I think it's the only one so far with the metal chassis. It's got some good weight to it. And then 1962 Corvette. I like this one. Deco-wise, I might like this one the best. It's the cleanest. Or it's the most vintage looking, I think, with those 5 spokes. Some of these wheels, that's the other thing about these wheels, there's no Hot Wheels feel to them. I guess I'll get used to them later. But the Real Riders have a certain Hot Wheels vibe to them. These, right now I'm not feeling it. And I've been always trying to find the right term, and I'll talk more about this in another video that I'm working on. I think one of the things, people say, why would you spend so much money on an RLC versus like a Mini GT? Well, Mini GT aims to create a perfect replica of a particular car. Hot Wheels looks to expand its universe, and this is the term I kind of have fallen on. It's kind of like a movie term. Hot Wheels expands its universe to acknowledge certain elements of racing and things. And so RLC, car culture, they expand this universe. I still don't know if these Silver Series cars expand that Hot Wheels universe, but we'll figure that out. All right. Ultra Hots. I actually did buy a couple of these. This is the entire set I'm going to open. And this is more of a nostalgic vintage vibe, not vintage racing, but vintage vibe. Like the cards are, and these are Target exclusives here. The card is very retro, and then the car's deco is very retro, kind of that cool classic, kind of like a cheaper Spectre Flame throwing back to the day, and then these retro, 80s era wheels, which, are more toy-like. But these are kind of cool. I don't know, what car was this again? I didn't even look. 64 Dodge 3300. These decos are okay. But again, the vintage vibe is not my thing either. So here's Ultra Hots. This is the 86 Ford Thunderbird Pro Stock in the retro card. But I know there's a lot of collectors who do like this stuff. And when it gets this kind of vintage vibe. I'm trying to feel it. I'm not. Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX, another one that I had to give up being a completist on. I actually love this casting. This is the old version, right? They did a more stock style, more factory style. This is the original Junimai modified version with the cooler on the outside, the headlight covers, little tail lights, the no bumpers on it. This is a retro version of a very Japanese style racing livery. Like this one I like. Don't know if I'll add it to the collection, but I do like it. No roll cage on that. I think they gave up on the roll cage a long time ago. Custom Volkswagen Beetle. I'll open it for you. This casting will not go into my collection unless it's in a car culture set or has a Moon Eyes deco on it. But still, it's you know, I get it. I get it. Datsun 510, going on with the theme, another one that I had to give up collecting all versions of. It's nice. There's kind of a BRE homage there with the deco. Metal chassis too. That's nice. So this is the old version. This is not the basic version. This one has that, you know, that piece that of the grill. Sorry, that you kind of inserts and it snaps into place using this rivet on the back. So you get that break in the grill, which is nice. So this is still this is the older version, which I think is better, obviously, than the newer basic version. That one's okay. Again, not enough for me to collect. This is one I might consider. Toyota A86 Sprinter Terreno, because so far I've collected all of them, because so far I've liked all of the decos. This kind of, I don't know what you would call this. This, you know, that all of these have this kind of almost lightning style. And it's vintage for sure. Not really my... I don't know how much I'm into it, but I like the color on this one. The matching color on the wheels is cool. This is my favorite of this set so far. And it might go into the collection. The fact they did the headlights too is kind of nice. I might have to consider that one. 85 Honda City Turbo 2. Underrated casting for sure. I guess, yeah, the lightning is everywhere, is on all of this set. I don't know if it's on every one of these, but yeah, that one's pretty cool. And last one that needs to be opened is right here. 78 Porsche 935 78. Really like this casting. Really like that it's Zamac. Might convince me, but probably not enough that it's raw with the racing roundel on it, the gold rims. It's well executed in that vintage style. Not enough for me to keep it, though. But here it is for you to see it. Okay. Put those right here. Okay, and the last set I'm going to open up is also from the Silver Series. It is Tubular Trucks. This is one that I mean, in terms of execution, these wheels, if you just isolate the wheels, they kind of look a little goofy. But when you look at them on together and the well-executed deco on this, then you start going, I actually might like it. So let's take a look at the Toyota pickup, 1987 Toyota. Metal chassis, I think. I think this one has the metal chassis. Best is a Back to the Future truck, but the TRD, kind of loose TRD homage here. Was it the SR5, like the 1980 SR5 truck? You're kind of getting vibes from that too. Very Toyota in its styling. I actually really like it. I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this truck? Like when you open up these cards, they kind of throw the dust everywhere. I'm going to move these over. '85 Ford Bronco. Okay, now I see. I like the wheels executed better this way with the chrome lips. A little thin, but metal chassis on that one too. That's pretty good. Chevy Blazer 4x4. Too much chrome on these rims this way. This is much better, I think. I think these all got metal chassis. It's really interesting how they decide which get metal chassis and which don't. I don't know if there is a rhyme or reason to it, but it appears that all of these did get metal chassis, which is nice. Kind of a boxy casting. Yeah, the rims, like the chrome on that almost makes it look cartoony, but not on this one. I mean, maybe it's the size of the wheels too, because those are smaller rims. All right, let's get to the Dodge Macho Power Wagon. This is probably the best one of the set because this Mopar styling is very retro and very in line with the deco of the Power Wagon truck. Right here. This is really what it looked like. The debut of this was in pop culture as a Simon and Simon truck, and that was a Macho Power Wagon. And so this one with these rims is see, this one is really well done. Metal chassis. Yeah, this is the best one of the set so far. This is the best one we've opened so far. Really, really nice. And then last one is the Jeep Wagoneer, favorite from the original Boulevard in the wood paneling. And looks pretty good too. You fill in those wheels with all chrome, it doesn't work to me. But when you do them this way, especially with that Hot Wheels on the tire, I think it looks nice. This one's nice too. So I'll rank them first, second, third, fourth, fifth. This one, if the rims were just slightly different, would be up there. Look at all that from opening all these packages. These are decent. You guys tell me what you think about these. You know, Hot Wheels has gone official with these medium premium cars. I like what they're going. I like the fact that they're doing it. I haven't caught on yet, and maybe I will, but just give me real rider tires. The decos on these are great. I would like even better if they had real rider tires on them. If you told me this was a car culture set and these were real rider tires, I'd be pretty thrilled with that. So maybe I'm a little biased in that, but I'd like to know what you guys think about these cars. They're decent, and there will be a few that will find their way permanently into my loose car collection. How many? That's a hard call. You guys tell me what you think. Thanks, everybody. Bye.